everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am frankly FM84 and this is An Englishman Abroad, where we are currently out managing Sulut United. So this is the first episode of Season 6 and today we are going to be kicking off a brand new campaign in the Champions League against Beijing. But before we get into any of the match footage, please don't forget to hit the subscribe and the like button to help the channel out. Leave any comments that you have in the section down below. But if you've done all of that, we're going to jump straight on into the Beijing game and see how we get on in a brand new season in the Champions League. Okay, so for the first game of the season, this is how we are going to line up. We've got Francisco in goal, Adichie, Audencia, Douglas and Bakhtiar at the back. We've got Mwanto, new signing, wide left, Keiki in the middle with Mateus Firmino, who is the new club captain, on the right. Mohamed Wadi will play in behind Maya and Mersalim. So let's see what happens in the first game of the Champions League campaign in Season 6. So then we are up and running, and straight away we've got a corner. Firmino swings it in, it gets cleared away. He's having a good few goes at it. Finally puts the ball in, it comes to Mersalim at the back post. He has the shot and it goes wide. And then back up the other end, some defending to do as Francisco holds onto a header that was swung in from a corner. And he launches us straight back on the attack as Wadi looks to move forwards, tries to play the ball into Mersalim, comes to nothing. And now Beijing are looking to push forward straight away again. And this game could end up being quite end-to-end. Last season in the Champions League, we did quite well in the home games. We won 2 out of 3 home games. If we could have that this season around, I'd be quite happy with that. And we are on the attack again here as Firmino looks to beat his man. Can't though. Loses the ball. And now there's a counter-attack coming from Beijing. They're into the box. And Carlos Jr. has given Beijing the lead. This was never going to be an easy task. Playing against Chinese opposition, we found out when we were in Thailand, is always tricky. But we were having some encouraging signs early on, and now it's backs to the wall as we're having to fight them off again. And they've scored again. John Saita, I think that's it, has doubled their lead. And that's quite disappointing, really, because even though we've only had the one shot and it says it wasn't on target, we did have some early pressure where we had that corner and a few chances. So to find ourselves looking at being 3-0 down at half time now, that's pretty disappointing, as we were quite optimistic that this season would be a lot better for us in terms of the Champions League, but it doesn't look like that. We are now fighting fires all over the pitch as they are breaking forwards again. Fernando with the ball. We can't cut it out. Nobody's getting to them. And a shot either hit the post or the great save from Francisco stays out. Firmino is now going to try and push forwards. If he can get the ball across, there was many in the box. Cross comes to nothing though, as it kind of trickles back to the player. And then luckily the Beijing player had a shot from distance. And 34 minutes on the clock, 3-0 down. Really don't want to be conceding too many more goals as we start to think probably about goal difference in the group and how important that can be. But there we go, it's 4-0 now. And Liu Yulong scoring the goal. That makes it 4-0. Maybe we did need to invest a little more heavily in the squad. It's quite disappointing. The one player that we are playing from our new purchases did seem to have a bright start to the game. I haven't really said any of our players' names too much, but I think this is more down to the Chinese superiority from the Beijing team. Mersalim there with our shot on target. I was hoping he would get in behind and trouble them a bit more, but instead again, so we're defending. Francisco has to make a save at his near post from the header. He launches the ball quite well, and we've got Firmino in acres of space. He's got in, he's hit the inside of the post. You just do not have any luck in this game sometimes, and Firmino there was perfect. Got inside the box, beat his man, dropped the shoulder, hit the shot, hits the inside of the post. And we just cannot score in this game. So now we've had 5 shots on target from 8 shots. And I suppose that's the difference. Beijing scoring at will and us struggling. I mean, now, speaking of struggling, we've got defensive problems, but Maya has got a goal back. Mersalim with the assist. Maya cool and calm, puts it away. Mercenary ball over the top. Actually, that's a really good finish. Takes his touch, takes his time, smashes it past the goalkeeper. And with 20 minutes left, we are only 3 goals behind. All of a sudden, throw in here, back to throws it straight to them, and it's back to a 4-goal lead as Carlos Jr. smashes the ball past Francisco in the goal. Nothing he could do about that, really. And this is a little bit demoralising at the start of the season, and it could have got worse there. But instead, we are looking to mount an attack. Firmino plays it to Maya, has the shot, goes wide. Trying not to look at it as a disappointing result. I know we've been beaten 5-1 at home, and it is really a disappointing result. But in terms of trying to build on something, at least there was a bit of spark there. We had enough chances in the game, but just beaten by a much better team on the night. So we're going to leave that game there. We're going to push on to the next game and see what happens and see if we can bounce back from this disappointing loss. Okay, so after a disappointing open to our Champions League campaign, the second game of the Champions League group stage is against Hanoi FC, and we are travelling to Vietnam with a team that consists of the same lineup as the first game. So that's Francisco in goal, Adichie, Ardancia, Michael Douglas and Bakhtiar at the back. Then we've got Moanto, Keiki and Matthias Firmino across the middle. We've then got Mohamed Wadi, Maya and Mersalim up front. Let's see if we can turn this one out any better than last time and hopefully kickstart our Champions League campaign. So off and running against Hanoi FC with their nice Cadbury looking purple shirts. It's Hanoi on the attack straight away, but we look to be dealing with them quite well in defence. Can't get the ball though until Moanto plays it forwards. Mersalim's in behind, and Mersalim gives us a lead after 3 minutes. That's far more like what was expecting from our team. Moanto, the positive impact on the team there. Firmino with the nice ball through. Mersalim takes a touch, smashes it past the goalkeeper that's kind of already halfway going to ground when the ball's left his foot. So a little bit curious goalkeeping, but we take the lead and we won't complain about that one bit. However, we've got defending to do, and it almost comes back to haunt us straight away. But some good goalkeeping from Francisco, and then he unleashes Moanto, plays it to Adichie with the crossing. Balls hit the post, I think, from Mersalim again, and Keiki is now going to get himself in trouble. Doesn't get a booking though, probably could have done. And we have a corner to defend, which we deal with quite well. The defence actually played pretty well in the first 10 minutes of this game. Thought they'd done quite a lot well in the previous game too. And we have a 2-0 lead. And new boy Moanto is really starting to influence the team here. Maya gives him the ball. Comes across actually. He takes it after the deflection, plays in Mersalim. Right-footed shot into the bottom corner. And that's a 2-goal lead inside 11 minutes. And we are looking far more like the team from last season than the team that played in the last game. And hopefully this is a bright start that is going to continue as we have a throw-in. Adichie tries to play it long, and Ardancia deals with it. Our 2 central defenders are really the rock of our team. Maya with the cross there comes to nothing. But yeah, when it comes to building on a base, our 2 central defenders are brilliant. However, they can't stop us from conceding a goal there as Bruno gets one back for Hanoi. And all of a sudden now we've gone from looking rock solid to a little bit shaky. Bakhtiar back to Francisco. Plays it to Adichie. Plays it forward. Moranto's going to get the ball. He's beat his man. He's in the box. Cuts it back. And there's Mersalim to restore our 2-goal advantage. And there's been a lot going on in the opening 20 minutes of this game. Sometimes in these games, you don't get a lot happening very early. But first 20 minutes is where it's at with this one. Moanto with another assist, plays it into the path of Mersalim. He taps it into the empty net, and the 2-goal cushion is restored. And there's another highlight straight after this one. Ball's lumped long by the goalkeeper, and it's knocked down to a Hanoi player. He's had a kind of cross shot. It's gone out for a goal kick, and now hopefully things will calm down, and we might go a couple of minutes without a highlight. So there is a highlight though with a corner, and again we've dealt with corners really well. No real pressure from the corner, and then from the second ball that comes back in, it's just been lumped back and forth. But Moanto gets it wide with the ball over the top. Meyer is in, and did the goalkeeper save that? Yes, the goalkeeper saved that, and it's a corner kick which Keiki delivers. Wadi beats his man at the post, and the ball goes over for a goal kick. And then Hanoi have had a free kick. Meyer breaks forwards. He's beaten 2 players. What a finish that is. That is going to be one of those where it could be a nominee for goal of the season. Meyer beats 1 man. The second one squares up to him. He goes past him too. And when he comes inside, the goalkeeper goes to ground. He smashed it off the inside of the post. It actually credited Moanto with another assist there. So that's 3 assists in a single game for Moanto as well. And looks like the scouts are going to be right about this kid, because he's on fire all of a sudden. Didn't really play too well in his first game, but in terms of the second game, that's 3 assists for 4 goals. Really cannot complain about that. So Deitcher with the ball inside to Keiki. He beats a man, plays it through, and there is Meyer. And all of a sudden, we've gone crazy. And after losing 5-1 in the last game, we are now winning 5-1 in this game. I really do not know what is happening. Saying that Keiki is looking pretty tired out there. I mean, the way that this season is pretty crazy. You don't get a pre-season before the Champions League campaign, so pretty much the Champions League campaign is our pre-season, which means we've got quite a lot of unfit players or players that might have knocks coming into the game. But Keiki had played well up to that point, so I'm going to give him a break. Moanto does need to be coming off the pitch, I think, as Meyer tries to make it 6-1. We've got to throw in Aditya to Firmino. I haven't really said Firmino's name too much. And there's Mercelim to make it 6-1. But it's disallowed for offside. I think we're going to make that change. Moanto's played so well in this game. I do not want to risk him getting any kind of long-term injury. So I think I'll bring on Prosecco. Not naturally a left-sided player, but can play as a winger. So I think he could do that job. So now we're on the clock. It's Firmino with a corner. Comes back to Firmino after being deflected away. And Ardancia tries the shot to the near post. That is saved well. Their goalkeeper then starts them off on the attack. It's played back into the middle of the park with the ball over the top. That comes back to them as well. And then another ball over the top leads to them scoring. But they were ahead of the play when the ball was played. So the offside flag comes out. And the game remains at 5-1. I've noticed that with Keiki off the field, it seems that our energy seems to have dropped a little bit. And there is a second goal for Hanoi as ball over the top confused everybody. And it seems like Keiki coming off the pitch might have caused a little bit of a drop off in energy, but then we go up the other end and score a 6th goal. So I was saying about goal difference in the first game. Well, we had a 4 goal difference in the first game. We've now got a 4 goal difference in our favour in this game. So with 15 minutes left, it's already a pretty crazy game, and we have a throw-in, which Prosecco finds Huda, Bakhtiar with the cross in, and there is Meyer, and all of a sudden 7-2 against Hanoi FC. We beat them at home last season, lost away. Well, we're certainly going to be winning this game, surely. There's 13 minutes left. Bakhtiar to Huda, Bakhtiar with the cross to the back post. Meyer peels off his man, heads it in at the near post. Goalkeeper no chance, and we have a 5-goal lead. So 8 minutes left. Adichie with the free kick, headed away, and Wadi's going to pick it up in the middle of the field. Plays it up the line to Huda, runs at his man, finds Firmino inside instead though. Plays it back. There's a header that's deflected into the path of Mercelim. He's tucked it away for an 8th goal, but that one's going to be disallowed. as well. So a little bit crazy this game. We're still not done. Prosecco with a throw-in, and Bruno tries to play the ball forward, but it gets cut out as Huda plays a wayward pass that goes straight to them. He tries to get it back, and instead Firmino intercepts a pass, and then he's tackled. A lump ball up the field is controlled quite well by a Hanoi player, and the ball through is going to come to nothing. Dicha with the ball over the top, and this just becoming a bit ping-pongy. Ball over the top. Myers now in space, tried to chip the goalkeeper who was on rushing, and he stood up tall and caught the ball. So, pretty interesting choice of shot. I personally would have smashed it as hard and as low as I could. And then there's another ball over the top. This game is going to go right to the whistle, it seems, in terms of highlights. Wadi, ball's intercepted and it's played forward. Douglas out to Dicha, Huda, Douglas again. Everybody's getting a touch of the ball in the last couple of minutes. Dicha keeps it in play, plays it to Prosecco, cuts inside, and that was all for nothing. Highlight just ends randomly, and that's the end of a really good game for us. When you look at the stats there, 14 shots on target, an XG of 3.44, 55% possession. That's the type of performance that we needed to turn in the first game. It didn't. I'm glad that we finally turned up for the second game. So that's both of our first two Champions League games completed. I am probably going to push forward now until the end of the group stage to see if we have a chance of qualifying from this group. I have a feeling if we play like that, we will have a chance. But for this one, it's going to be a wrap. Very big thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to help the channel out. But till next time, thank you for watching.